What is up, you bunch of absolute DeFi legends? So I'm going to start today's video with an X post from someone you might know. The passive income is the best income. Freed from geographical location, you begin to take back ownership of the most valuable asset in existence, your time. Even if you're just making $1 a day passively, you are ahead of 99% of people. Now scale it. So this post will probably get like 2 likes, but I'm speaking from the heart here. For me, passive income is the ultimate form of income. You know, I can live out here in Mexico City, for example. I can spend more time with my family just from having access to some passive income, largely from DeFi and crypto. So what an incredible opportunity we have right now. So in today's video, I want to give you a quick run through of some of the protocols that I'm using that are earning daily yield. Obviously none of this is financial advice. I just want to give you guys a quick run through. I've done separate videos on all of these, so you know, if you want to look at those videos in more depth, absolutely do that. But today I'm just going to give you a nice quick run through. There's lots of news coming for all of these. So today I'm recording this on the 31st of March 2026, so it's all correct as of today, but I can tell you there are some updates coming for some of these, including the first one I'm going to talk about, which is BLUE protocol. So this thing has been printing throughout all of this bear phase, and it's gone from strength to strength for multiple reasons. So Aaron and the team have done an amazing job. You can see even with a nice healthy pullback in the market, it's still at $9.76, and this is earning even just by staking the gBLUE token, you're earning 0.9% per day at the moment. But that isn't the main thing that I'm focused on right now. That's great, that's like a cherry on top, but there are some different ways that you can make yield with this protocol. And my favorite way is to basically pair it with wrapped ETH and earn daily yield. So basically there's 2 ways that you can do it. You can come to the vault here, which is gBLUE/XYZ.vault, and you can deposit your gBLUE wrapped ETH LP in here, and it will basically auto compound your position. So this is all from basically yield farming. There's no Ponzi here at all. What I'm going to do personally is move my LP from Aborean, which I currently haven't staked over on Aborean, to earn ABX. I'm actually going to move all of my LP into the gBLUE XYZ vault because it's outperforming the Aborean position by quite a margin. So I'm going to move all my LP over there very soon. In fact, I'm going to do it today. So I've got 2 accounts. This is the account that I part liquidated it to get into depth, which is paying out really, really well. I'll get onto that in a minute. But basically what I'm going to do is, as I said before, you can see the vault APY is 161.9%. It's a completely hands-off position. So it auto compounds 4 times a day. So, I've got exposure to ETH here. So I've got my gBLUE paired with ETH. I've got the exposure to ETH that I want. And it's just basically managing my position for me. So it's yield farming, super easy way to do it basically. And as I said before, I've got 2 accounts. I'm going to move all my LP into the gBLUE XYZ vault. So at the moment, it's on Aborean over here, earning some pretty nice yields on Aborean at the moment, but it's not outperforming the gBLUE vault. So I want the best bang for my buck. I want to be earning as much as possible from my positions. So you can see here the APR is 96.32% at the moment. I claim this all every night. This is my small account. This is the one that I'm building back up again using my depth rewards, which I'm going to get onto in a moment. But basically I can claim the rewards in the ABX. I'm switching some of it into Bitcoin. I'm switching some of it back into gBLUE. I'm taking some profit out of that. So I'm just doing whatever I want with those rewards basically. But yeah, soon enough, it's going to be all in the gBLUE vault. So I'll probably do a more detailed video on that going forward. But just to give you guys a heads up, that's personally what I'm going to be doing. So the DeFi protocol, which I just mentioned, I'm not going to spend too long on this website. Well, basically it's an absolute printer, can I just say. But the website, for some reason, my computer is quite slow, the one I've got here in Mexico City, so it kind of crashes it a little bit. So I don't want to risk being on here too long. It's obviously quite a heavy CPU GPU website. So you can see here, even with the nice little pullback, it's currently at 39 cents. It's still earning 71.33 a day. Now there is some news coming for this today. So as I'm recording this right now, I don't fully know what that news is. So I'm going to be waiting for that news. I've got my position here, my NFT position at the Bathial level, so you can descend deeper with different NFTs, and I'm currently earning 71 a day. So when that goes back up to near its all-time high, that's putting out around sort of $100 a day. And obviously, very early for depth. There are, I think, like 10 or 11,000 of the NFTs have been minted. So depending on what level you want, I would say go and have a look at my previous video where I go a bit more into depth, with depth. Sorry, pun not intended. But it's been an absolute phenomenal protocol, and it's earning, as you can see here, $71 a day for me right now. I've fully maxed out the speed, so I've done depth sacrifices, I've done gBLUE sacrifices to get my maximum speed of earning my ROI. So what I'm doing is I'm taking $25-30 a day out of this and putting it back into my gBLUE ETH position to rebuild my other account. So soon that's going to be firing on all cylinders. So is my depth, and what a beautiful ecosystem is building right now. And as I mentioned earlier, there's news coming today on the 31st of March. So bear that in mind if you're watching this today. If you're not, if you're watching it tomorrow or the day after, you can probably already find out what that news is. So I'm going to be tuning into the AMA from the team. Aaron and the team have done an amazing job with depth. You can see I've already got $37 stacked up. I think I claimed that around sort of 11 p.m. last night. So by the end of the day, if the price stays roughly the same, it's going to be $71, $72 to claim. So I'll be taking part of my profits, putting it back into gBLUE, which obviously helps pump gBLUE. And every time you sell depth, there's a sell tax of 5%. It's constantly boosting the treasury. The tokenomics are deflationary. So this thing is an absolute monster. It's a freaking monster. So at the next opportunity, once I've restored my LP position, I'm going to be looking to get the next NFT up, which basically doubles the amount that you're earning each day. So the one below, shall we say, if you just send deeper, is currently around sort of $140 a day, even with this pullback. So yes, it's an absolute printer. So again, check out the previous video I did on that. It'll give you a bit more information on how you can get involved. But basically, you just come to DepthSoul.com. The first NFT is completely free. If you just want to dip your feet, you can mint the first one for free. So it's getting a lot of eyes, and it's only sort of 3 or 4 weeks old. So yeah, it's a great place to be, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but I love DepthSoul Protocol. So the next one I'm going to look at is something I've been in now for a few weeks. Let me just sign in quickly. And this is Arbcore. It's an arbitration platform. The web interface has only been available for around 3 months, so I personally find this quite an early position to get into, hence why I've got into it. And you can see here, it's earning, I think, well over 1% per day on USDT. So let's just go down to the profitability percentage, and I'll show you what today's rates currently are. And you can see it's earning 1.24% on USDT. On Solana 1.39, BNB 1.5, Bitcoin 4.52. I think there's less people in the Bitcoin pools, hence why it's earning more. But these do change on a daily basis, but I haven't seen this dip below 1% yet. So they did a February sort of run through, and every day was over 1%. It's sort of between 1% and 1.3%, but I have seen it a little higher. So these do fluctuate, which is good. There is some transparency here with the arbitration trades they're putting in. So if you come down to arbitrage here, you can actually go and look at the transaction IDs on chain if you want to. So you'll see a lot of them on Ton Chain, Solana, probably some on Binance as well. But there's loads happening each and every day. So my computer's taken a while to load them up. But you can come out here and see what exchange they've used, and basically you can look at it all on chain if you want to. So I've done detailed videos on Arbcore, so you can have a look at those. I'll leave them linked in the description. But this thing is absolutely printing right now. I know a lot of people that are involved in this because it's quite early, in my opinion. So I don't like to get into these types of platforms, a year in, 2 years in. But if this thing prints for even 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, there's going to be a lot of happy people, including myself. So you can come onto the site and have a really good look through, but there are some reasonable sort of entry limits that you need to hit. It's like $50 if you want to try out the USDT one to earn sort of over 1% a day. It's literally just $50 you have to put in. Solana, it's just half a Solana, which is like $41. Bitcoin's a bit more. Obviously, one BNB is 614 minimum. But I know a fair few people in BNB that are earning some really nice yields on BNB. The devs and the owners, their faces are out there. They've got some sort of big in real life events going on right now for Arbcore, so they're not hiding behind a computer screen, they're not hiding behind AI voices or masks or anything that are out there. So I do appreciate that. It's one of the things I look for now, even this type of play where I haven't got 100% control over my funds. I at least have to know there's some kind of transparency, but I still treat it as a bit of a DGen play because it is earning some insane yields. So if you guys want to get involved, you can use my link if you want to support the channel. I'll leave that in the pinned comment. But you can see here, I've already got another $8 there. This is a $250 account. I've got one other account, which is slightly larger. So this is the one I basically used as an experiment to get in first. I put $50 in. It was paying out beautifully. And I've put on an auto withdrawal. So every time it hits a minimum of $10, it pays the profit straight back into my account again. If you want to go super DGen mode, you can go reinvest profit by going here and clicking that, and it will just keep on compounding your position, if you want to do that. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm trying to ROI as quickly as possible, get onto house money, and then I'll start getting a little bit more fruity, a little bit more risky. But you can see here, these are the assets you can use. And you can withdraw in, you can select the chain that you want to use to withdraw to. So I use USDT on the Binance Smart Chain to withdraw straight to my Rabby wallet, and it works every single time. They do ask you to set up a Google Authenticator to do this, so it adds a little bit of extra security to the account. But I've been having a great time using Arbcore. So as I said before, if you want to try it out, $50 USDT is like a minimum. If you want to just dip your feet, you can use my link, and it is a referral link, so you can share your link as well. And basically, it's like a capped affiliate program, so it's not anything too crazy, too ridiculous. It kind of looks fairly sustainable, but you can share your link and make a little in referral commissions if you do that. But definitely come over to the Arbcore site, guys. As I said before, I'll leave my link in the pinned comment. Check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. Another great one, if you're in Sui, is Sui Farm, and I've done a dedicated video on this recently as well. You can see here, you can basically come over to the yield farming pools, token pools, and you can make some really nice APRs. Even in this bear market right now, you can see 57%, 62%, 45%. If you're bullish on any of these tokens, I'm pretty bullish on Sui. It's going to be his first bull run. I'm building my bag basically of Sui. You earn the victory token, and you can go over to Sui Dex, which is linked on this website, and swap it into whatever you want to. If you want to keep victory, you can. If you want to swap it straight back into Sui, you can. I've been buying some Bitcoin on Sui with some of my profits here as well. There are some single token pools down at the bottom where if you just, if you don't want to deal with any kind of impermanent loss at all, you can go down to the bottom, and there are Bitcoin only pools and USDT and USDC only pools. If I can just get down there now, my computer jumped back to the top for some reason. We just go right down to the bottom here. You can see they've got 3 single asset pools. So you've got USDC earning 38.7%, you've got Sui earning 57%, and you've got Bitcoin earning 45%. So some really nice APRs in there. Even if you just want to use the single pools, but I've got a mixture of both. I'm using the Bitcoin pool, Bitcoin only pool, but also using various of these other pools as well. So it's a really nice way to earn some passive yield in Sui. If you've got some tokens you're bullish on, you want to hold them and build your positions during this sort of bear phase, it's a great way to do it in my opinion. So big shout out to Sui Farm and Richie, and they've done a great job over there. I feel very secure using Sui Farm and Sui Dex. So you can come over to Sui Dex and you can trade in and out of multiple Sui assets. So it's an awesome platform, absolutely love it, and it's earning some really, really nice yields as well. As before, zero Ponzonomics. So this is all yield farming, guys. This is all earning fees, and it's a really, really nice way to earn in DeFi. And talking of which, if we come over to Bernard Bonds, this is from the team behind DexFi, so it's AJ Brockman and co. This is a play for me because I wanted to get some more exposure to Ethereum. So when Ethereum was around $1,800, I bought a big chunk of bonds, and they're earning kind of 36% APR at the moment. So basically you put Ethereum on base in, so you mint as many of the bonds as you want to, depending on how much ETH you want to put in. You mint them, it auto stakes them in the NFT farm, and you get access then to DexFi's vaults. So if we quickly read here, yield farming made simple, mint a bond, start earning real yield from fees on actively managed liquidity. No guesswork, just on-chain rewards with complete transparency. This thing is about as transparent as you can get. It's all on DBank. You can't hide a single dollar on there. There are zero Ponzonomics, and you're earning fees from the yield being generated. So at the moment, as with most things in crypto, the volume is low. So the 36% APR, that's kind of the lowest I've seen it, because you can see here the bonds are like $34 at the moment. I bought the bulk of mine at around $37, so I feel like I've got good value, but they're even lower at the moment. So it's probably, well, it could be a good entry price, not financial advice, of course, but you earn daily in USDC. So I'm earning, I think my position, I don't want to risk linking my wallet, slowing my computer down, but I think I've got around $2,300 in there in a moment, or $2,100, and it's earning a few bucks a day in USDC. So I'm letting that build up, and I'm gradually basically buying more bonds with it. But I've seen this recently at sort of 80% APR, and when the volume is pumping, it can go well over 100% APR. So you've got full exposure to Ethereum, because you put Ethereum in, you get the access to the DeFi Vault strategies. But when you want to take anything out, so for example, if you want to sell any of the bonds, which you can at any time, you get Ethereum back at the price that Ethereum is on that day. So if if I'm buying in my bonds at $1,800 Ethereum, and it goes up to say 4 or 5k per Ethereum, and I want to sell some of these bonds, I get the bonds back at the current rate, which I think is amazing. So it gives me some exposure to Ethereum, and also some of the DeFi strategies for DexFi. So DexFi has been out since like 2021. AJ Brockman and the team, they're fully doxed. They're a zero Ponzonomics, very trusted team. So I'm happy to park some of my Ethereum in these in Bernard bonds, buy some of these bonds, and just set and forget it basically. And this is like a bull run play, because I felt like it was a good price to be buying Ethereum around $1,800. So I'm just going to set it and forget it. And you can see here, you can go and check everything on DBank. You just click on here, you can go and look at all of their vaults, their strategies, what they're yield farming, and what you've also got exposure to as a result. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That's just a quick run through of some of the protocols in DeFi that are paying right now, and obviously put any questions or comments down below. I will get back to all of them, I promise. I hope you guys all have an absolutely amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, and I'll see you all in the next video.